Good afternoon. Welcome to Options Tender. It is the weekend edition. We're going to do this a little early so we have all weekend off to have a good time, and I hope everybody enjoys their Memorial weekend. So thanks for joining us here. If you're new, go down to that bottom right hand corner, the Options Tender logo, and hit the subscribe button. We have a lot of good things that we go over through here. So on the weekend edition, we have the update here. We're going to look at the big picture of our view of the market. We're going to go through S&P, NASDAQ, and also small caps. Get the big picture, then we'll go through other time frames. We'll do the ES futures this time. Jumping over to ES on the monthly. Let's change this board here. All right, so we're at the top of a channel here. I'm just using this channel as a guideline. Don't think of it as resistance or support at this point on such a large time frame. But the important part is to show that we have a RSI divergence, a negative divergence happening, forming, hasn't followed through yet. We are looking for a dip eventually, and we have this hammer candle. Or possibly a topping candle. It's not bearish. This actually, we could push through this 60% of the time. We actually push through to the upside. It is still a bullish tail candle, but the other 40% has the possibility of topping out. And so, next month's candle for June is going to be very, very important. We're either going to break out to the upside, or if we have a red inside, or break the bottom of the range around 40, looks like 40.29. We break down from there. That's going to be a very bearish indicator, and possibility that we have a reversal on the monthly. So it's super important at this point to check that out. So let's look at this on the NQ as well. Get the right board here, and notice pretty much the same thing, but we're still in the range of last month. So we technically have an inside month here, unless we get over the 14,064 area. But it's hard to be bearish. We're just looking for clues. We're still pushing off of the 8 MA. We have tons of room between the 200 and we're above all the MAs. So really, it's tough to be bearish. But as a contrarian, these would be some good signs of getting an early view of topping out. And same thing with the small caps. Let's move over here. Just looking super bullish. Looks like we may have topped out here. Had an inside month and virtually gone sideways for 3 months here. And this is going to be the same kind of scenario. We're looking to break underneath this this 2084 area, and that would be a big indicator of confirming the bearish side. And then obviously breaking above 2366 would be on the bull camp, and continue to bring the small caps, leading the market up in that case. So overall, in the big picture, we're bullish until proven otherwise, but just one chance, one slight inkling that we might have a bearish indicator on these monthly candles. So let's go back to the S&P futures, and let's go down like we usually do each and every day on the game plan in the morning, or the update. So on the weekly, let's get the weekly board on here. It's just looking really, really bullish to the upside. We had a topping candle, broke down, but still pushed back up over the 8 MA. Had an inside week, and now we're an inside week up. And we really, really have to get above this 4238 area so we can move our trend line. We'd move our trend line over and continue to work our way up. But for now, we are just back testing this trend line, and we'll continue to monitor this. This is you'll see on the daily what I'm talking about in a second here, but we're still holding above the MACD, and we have divergence on the RSI. also forming on the weekly. So, just indications that the conditions may be changing sometime soon. All right, trend is our friend. Let's go over to the daily, and we're working a count here. On the bullish count, we are coming down for wave 4, and then we're starting a fresh new 1, 2, working on wave 3. Until we get new highs, this scenario is still possibly bearish. So if we have our topping candle here, this would be a wave 1, and working on wave 2, and a possible wave 3 down. So that's what we're watching, and we've been playing individual names while we've been grinding up sideways to the upside. Individual names have been flying. Those growth names have been nuts. So we can go down to the 65 for this just to see. It's the same story. A possible 1, 2, and 3 wave down next month. That would start to confirm that topping candle. But if we're going to continue to the upside, this would be an ABC correction, and now wave 1, 2, and working on wave 3 at this point. We do have a trend line that we're holding. We held today, started to dip a little bit, but we held a key support area at this point, and we'll see what's happening. This is, very lethargic trade for Memorial Weekend. That's typical, so we're not going to put too much weight on what's happening right now. And let's go over to the futures, the VIX futures. Let's go in the daily. Now, notice the large wedge. That's one day we might pop out of this. That would be hugely on the bearish side. But right now, we still seem to be working our way down. We do have a pause candle so far, and we're going to be eyeing that on Monday or Tuesday when we come back. We are in some VXX positions just to, just for protection, but we played some lotto SPY puts just in case, but we'll see what happens with the VIX after this, because the VIX is actually raising with the 3-day weekend. You might have a little bit of volatility that might come in, a little bit of fear over the weekend for Tuesday, especially if you're holding on to bullish positions. All right, we can see what's happening on BTC. BTC not looking too good. I do think the correction is over. We had an ABC correction, but now we're just kind of consolidating, going sideways, triangulating. We got to get over that 8 MA. We're rejected off of it 3 times here and pushing to the downside. So we'll see what happens if we can stay at the support about right here at the 35,000 area. We have a little bit of support there. If we can hold that and start to push our way back up, we'll get back into those individual proxy names like Mara and Riot and check those out. So as for the SPX expected move, we work off that, on the weekend edition. We typically go and check it out. Because it's very important for it's like a playing field. It's like you play football, you have a field with lines that describe your boundaries, and that's what we do with the expected move. We do have a video exclusively on the expected move. You want to check it out in the channel, but this is our game plan today. We had moved 78 points to the upside or downside, and we started off at the white line, and we held inside the range as usual. Most of the time we stay within these boundaries, and you can really tell what's happening if you break out from those boundaries. You know that you're really bullish or really bearish from that, but probability says we'll stay within the range. So we're not going to be able to look at that later on. We'll get that after the bell. We'll go to the trade tab, and we'll wait for till what's next Friday. Next Friday is 7 days away, so that'll be the 4th. We'll check out the 4th, and right now we're indicating volatility has dropped about 52 points to the upside or downside. The option market is depicting, and we'll draw our lines in there. There is a way to do it automatically, but I do have this script I'm not privy to give that out because that's part of a program that I was in at one time called Theo Trade. So 52 points to the upside or downside. We'll draw those on the chart, and we'll see what happens there if we could stay within that range. It's a pretty small range, and within 4 days, 4 days of trading, maybe that's appropriate. But we'll see. We've gone 52 points in one day before, so we'll check that out. And that's it. For the weekend edition. So overall, what's the big picture? Bullish until proven otherwise. We'll monitor the next monthly candle and all the way down to the 65. A lot of information coming out next month, so let that absorb, and we'll talk to you on Tuesday. So yeah, join us. We do have a Discord, a free Discord. If you want to join us there, it's a free Discord. It's called The Option Guys. The link will be in the description, and join me on Twitter as well. Thanks for joining us here at Options Tender. Have a wonderful Memorial weekend.